Back in the 1930s, everyone had such poise and such grace. Until it came to fancy dress parties and then, well, anything goes. G'day everyone, welcome back to another Catch Up with Kiralee. So, a few weeks ago I uploaded a video that was all about historical costumes from a vintage fancy dress costume book that I have that was passed down from my grandmother called Weldon's Fancy Dress. In that video we looked at the good, the bad and the quirky, and boy did I get a whole lot of you loving the quirky. So in the spirit of Halloween being just around the corner, I've decided to make this video to showcase pretty much all of the quirky ones in that book. So why don't you sit down, grab some popcorn or grab a beverage of choice and enjoy this video as we look at the quirkiness from the 1930s. Now, quite a few of them I've already previously shown in the previous video. However, I thought why not show them again, because the weirdness, the quirkiness is what we love. And like the previous video, we are going to do subcategories of weird. Let's get cracking, starting with adverts. So this was something that was prevalent in the 1920s and 1930s, where companies would try and get you to make their logo into a costume, and sometimes they even provided the free pattern for you to do so, kind of like a walking billboard for their product that you had to do all the work for. Yeah, free pattern. And that wasn't always the case either. In these Weldon fancy dress costume books, I did find that a lot of the costumes that were being shown, like adverts, you could actually see the proper adverts for those types of products in the magazine as well. And now onto those costumes, starting with the ads that we mentioned. Odo's Smile, Yardley's Lavender Girl, Marwa's Tea, adult and child costumes. I like how they both look like old nanas. Ovaltine, OK Sauce, right next to McLean's there, and these two, which are Eat More Fruit. You can never have enough, can you? We also have some other ones such as Black and White, which was a wine by the looks of things, the Mustard Club, the New Health, Dennis and Victor Crepe, Chef's Products, very vague, Anchor Butter, and No More Strikes, which was a certain type of match that didn't need to have like the strip to make the flame. I'm pretty sure they're illegal now. So the next subcategory that we're going to look at is political and signs. Now, I personally love this subcategory. Oh, I'm getting so excited, can't even speak. Because these are the type of costumes that I still love seeing today. Anyway, enough yibba yabba. Let's start off with the Irish Free State. This freedom, which goes nicely with the man with the nose. These two versions of Buy British Goods. Still love that there's an Australian flag on one of those. The silk tax, which is a tax which has no bearing whatsoever, I believe, in modern society. And the vanishing lady, which is not so political as such, just kind of funny. And now let's move on to signs, starting off with these danger signs. There's a few designs of these. I love how this danger sign is like between a pirate and a flower. Two versions of the white line. Be ever aware. Modern license. I love this one because of the fact that there's marriage license right near like fishing license. What is a weird list without the next subcategory, which is food, starting with tomato. Ain't it cute? Duck and green peas. Lemon. The chocolate box. Chocolate fancy. Yum. Spring salad, both as an adult and a child. And you cannot forget Pancake Day. So the next subcategory are of things, meaning things you can own or things that are around. I don't get it. Anyway, let's start off with the parcel post. Blotter, Christmas cracker, two versions of the chubby umbrella, along with another one of an umbrella, billiard table, pillar box, two versions, one as an adult and one as a child, house to let, the house that Jack built. Who's Jack? I really want to know who's Jack. A window, Target and champagne, two things that should never go together, just saying. My hat / my lady's hat, powder puff, in two forms, wedding bells, cigar, don't smoke kids, it's bad for you, gold tipped cigarette, complete with a smoking hat, I love it. And finally, a paint box. So the next subcategory is that of nature. Now, to be honest, there were lots of different nature-inspired costumes, and look, I skipped all of the flowers because they were quite cute. However, there were some that were a little random, such as the day, a man's costume, the sun, the spider and the wasp. Funnily enough, there were a lot of spider costumes and they were actually quite cool. Four-leaved shamrock, fairy sunshine, and finally, twink rainbow. It's so cute. The next subcategory is that of activities. That's right, you can have a costume of a particular activity, starting with maypole. I just love it. I wonder if you could actually grab the ribbons and tie that person up. That would be interesting. Crossword made, two versions of it. I love how it has like the I in like brackets, so it's crossword mad / made. Tennis, frivolity, humming top, and twink humming top. A chance affair. I think that's so funny. It's a dice. And finally, rival blues, male and female form. Gotta get that rowing in. The next subcategory is that which we still see in today's costume shops, and that is devils and demons, starting with the Blue Devil. Two versions. Mephistopheles? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then modern Mephistopheles. I'm pretty sure I'm saying this wrong. I'm sorry. Lucifer. If I saw that, I'd laugh. I would laugh so hard. And lastly, a devilish affair, male and female form. And the last category is, well, random, because I really have no other way to group them together. So, without further ado, let's start it off with the Glad Eye. The baby, a man's costume, mystery, ooh, community singing. I seriously have no idea. The masquerade, silhouette, cabaret, modern architecture. Now that's an interesting choice of costume. The policeman and the cook, you know, just if you want to do a little bit of a cabaret show yourself. Man from Mars. Now this to me looks like something from very early Doctor Who, so I have an idea of where Doctor Who, the costume department, got their inspiration from. Just saying. The boy / girlfriend. I still don't understand the titling of this one. And finally, one of my personal favourites, because it speaks to me on a cellular level. Fluffy Ruffles. Anyway guys, those are all the weird, wacky and wonderful costumes that were in my versions of Weldon's Fancy Dress. I had a total of 2 magazines kind of smushed together with the papers. There was one child and one adult, so that's why there's some adult and children costumes in there. Now, tell me in the comments which was your favourite weird costume, and if you'd like to follow the progress of a whole lot of us costumers actually making some of these costumes, look up on the hashtag Historical Halloween 2020. You'll see some awesome progress photos. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!